Hey y'all, this is Mary. Today I'm going to show you a little card that I made for the design team at So Many Cards. I'm on the design team there, and every Friday Angela puts out a freebie. She does the digital designs, and this Friday it was this cute little scarecrow. I colored him with my Prismacolor pencils and evened out the color with some Sansador, and I cut him out and even cut around the little straw coming out of there. It was a challenge, but he turned out pretty cute, I think. And then I inked him all around with brown ink. And I wanted to make a card to put him on, so I got out my Doodle Charms cartridge and my From My Kitchen cartridge. And I haven't put this card together yet, but I'll show you the pieces to it. I cut the little basket from the Doodle Charms cartridge, and that is on page 116. There we go. I cut the basket at 1.5, and then I also cut the extra little pieces of the basket at 1.5. And I chalked it all with brown ink, and I had some little gold brads, and they were a little bit too shiny. I wanted it to look gold, so I took this little sanding block and sanded the top of them and got them the right color. I used my From My Kitchen cartridge to cut the vegetables. I've got 2 little tomatoes and an ear of corn, and let's see, the vegetables in your From My Kitchen cartridge book are on page 72, and I cut the corn and the tomatoes at 1 inch. I first cut the corn in yellow and then hit shift and cut this part in green, and also the green top for the tomato, which I cut in red and yellow, and that was at 1 inch. Then also for my Doodle Charms cartridge, I cut some leaves, an acorn, and a pumpkin. And you'll find the pumpkin on page 120. There he is. I cut him on blackout. I didn't want to have a face on him. And I took my Bic marker and colored just the top to give it the brown stem. And then the leaves and the acorn I cut at 1 1/4 inches. Oh, I'm sorry too. The pumpkin I cut at 1 1/4. The leaves and the acorn I cut at 1 1/4 and 1 inch. And you'll find those on page 115. I cut this one in brown at 1 1/4 and then again in orange, and I inked them so that you could see the veins in them. And then the little acorn I cut at 1 inch, and I also colored the top with the Bic marker so it would have a brown top on it. The sentiment on the card is going to be Happy Harvest. And my card is 5 by 7, and my mat is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and this is some wild asparagus. And I've inked around my card and also around my mat. I'm going to go ahead and quickly put this together. This is a new glue runner. It's kind of tacky, which I guess is what it's supposed to be. Okay, we'll get our mat down. And I'm going to have to put these on here before I actually stick them. I've got some foam tape on the back of all this because I wanted it to stand up from the card. And I know we want this to go right down here. I've got to get this placed in my basket. It's going to overlap his jeans just a little bit, his little overalls. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take the paper off. I really like using the foam tape. You can cut it the size that you need, and you can get a great big roll. I get it at Walmart in the hardware supplies, and I get a big roll for $4.99, and it just lasts and lasts because you can cut it the size you need. Okay. Okay, let's get my scarecrow on here. I think that's about where we want him. And the basket. Went ahead and put all the veggies in there to save some time. And it's going to have to overlap him just a little bit. The little handles. And then this other leaf and pumpkin. We're almost done. You really need to go and check out the So Many Cards site, because every Friday she has a really cute digital stamp and they're free. Okay, we're going to put our sentiment on and we'll be done. It's going to go right up here. There we go. Happy Harvest. Just a cute little fun card using a little digital stamp. And that site is digital.minicards.com. And if you go there right now, you can get this little scarecrow, but if you miss it, next Friday she'll have another free digi stamp. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.